Sometimes life's problems can be too much. When you need a helping hand or a friend to talk to, Serena is there whenever or wherever you need her. Follow the link in the description for your free trial.
Am I the asshole for telling my SIL that no one in our family is named Stephanie? I can't figure out if I did anything wrong, or if so, what, because I honestly have no idea what's going on. Hopefully someone here can give me a clue. Here's the relevant info. As far as I know, my brother and his wife are expecting their first girl after 2 boys. I love Ricky and Jace, and so does my SIL, but she has always wanted a girl and is very excited to be having one. She also wants to name the girl Chloe, as she loves that name. My brother hates the name Chloe and really wants to name their daughter Stephanie. They have been arguing about it for a few weeks, since finding out the gender. I got to my parents' house late last night and my SIL was the only person still awake. We talked for a little bit, and she asked me the weirdest question. She asked me if I knew any stories about Great-Aunt Stephanie. I was so confused. I literally said, "Who?" SIL clarified that she was talking about our grandmother's older sister that died when Grandma was a little girl. Our grandma had 2 sisters, but their names were Judy and Lynn. There's no one in our family named Stephanie, as far as I know. I told as much to my SIL. She changed the subject after that, and we soon went to bed. This morning my brother and his wife were both sulking during breakfast. Even the kids could tell. Ricky kept saying, "Stop being grumpy on Christmas." So it wasn't just my imagination. I got my brother alone and confronted him. He snapped at me for meddling, and told me to stay out of his marriage. My brother is pissed at me, and my SIL won't even talk to me. I'm afraid to say anything to my parents and drag them into this, especially since I still don't know what this is. Either my grandmother had a secret sister that I don't know about but my brother does for some reason, or my brother lied to his wife to convince her to name their baby Stephanie. Both options seem equally weird to me. Maybe there's a third possibility I'm not seeing? Reddit, am I the asshole? If so, please explain to me why. I don't want to be the reason Christmas is ruined. Update. Most awkward Christmas Eve dinner ever. Gotta keep this short. Lots going on. Everyone now knows what my brother was doing with the kids' names, except the kids obviously. They are pissed. Weirdly my mom is the most pissed. A Christmas truce is in place for the kids, so no fighting on the holiday. However, the baby is definitely going to be named Chloe. My brother very quickly backed down when my mom said some few choice words to him. The topic is completely banned for the rest of festivities, so, for now at least, they've tied a bow on the situation. Christmas morning update. Aside from some glaring over a couple of the boys' stocking stuffers, Robin Funko Pops, everything went well with the gift opening, as well as being woken up at 5:30 a.m. by being jumped on by one's nephew's can. I think my brother realizes he crossed a line and has been very attentive to his wife. He mentioned getting Chloe's name embroidered on some stuff when they get home. He even told Mom he would do the Christmas breakfast so she could have a break, and he gave me an "I'm sorry" grin when I opened his gift. I think everything is going to be fine. Not the asshole. You cannot be expected to maintain lies you are not aware of, if you even view maintaining convenient lies as one of your duties in the first place. Way too many of these questions are because some relative refused to lie to another relative or just didn't know that a lie exists. Not the asshole. Your brother lied to get his wife to name the baby Stephanie. Not the asshole. How can you be expected to keep track of other people's fibs that you know nothing about? And are these the only 2 names these people know? They both clearly like the "ee" ending, so what about Anemone, Ariadne, Bethany, Cecily, Clarity, Clemency, Coralie, Dulcie, Evadne, Ianthe, Marnie, Melody, Mercy, Nephil, Penelope, Persephone, Samoth, Rosalie, Rosemary, Sylvie, Tansy, Valerie, Verity or Xanthi? Am I the asshole for still having my 10, almost 11-year-old daughter in a booster seat? I, 31F, and my husband, 33M, have 2 wonderful kids, a son, 14M, and a daughter, 10F, 11 in March. I am a firm believer in car seat safety and doing what is best to keep my kids safe. My daughter still rides in a high-back booster seat. She is 4, 363 pounds and 10 years old. She has recently started expressing disapproval of it. A couple weeks ago we were on our way to school and I noticed she had climbed out of her booster seat. I told her to get back in it and she said she was never sitting in it again. I told her that she needed to sit in it because she was too short to ride safely with just the seatbelt. She got upset and started yelling at me saying I'm being a jerk, and treating her like a baby, that she is too old for a stupid booster seat. After a minute my husband came out and asked what was going on. She told him I was being a jerk and treating her like a baby. He told her not to talk to me that way and that she needed to sit in her booster seat to keep her safe. I then got out of the car and told her that we weren't going anywhere until she was in her booster seat, and if she made us late by refusing she would deal with the consequences, and that if she continued to refuse and make us late for school or any other event she would be grounded. After that she got back into the booster seat and buckled up. Since then she hasn't refused again but still complains sometimes. Her brother told me I was being an asshole for treating her like a baby and that I should just let her ride with just the seatbelt. My husband says I'm doing the right thing keeping her safe, but I am still not sure. I mean, I'm just trying to keep her safe and she ever complained about her booster seat before. But on the other hand, none of her friends still use booster seats and she is getting to that age where peer pressure is a very tough thing. So am I the asshole? Info. Do her height and weight require her to use a booster seat in your state? As far as I know the standard is 40 pounds and 40 inches. If she isn't legally required to be in a booster, then why? Edit. You are the asshole. She's not legally required to be in the seat. You're embarrassing her needlessly. You are the asshole. There's safety, and then there's suffocating, unnecessary safety. This falls firmly into the latter. She's almost a teenager and you're treating her like a toddler. Not to mention if anyone at her school sees this she'd get bullied so bad. You are the asshole for keeping your daughter in a high-back booster. There are boosters with no backs that work in this situation. The amount of uneducated, on car seat safety, people on this post who think that just because something is legal means it's totally safe is ridiculous. Am I the asshole for skipping Christmas with my parents since they won't treat me like an adult? I, F27, have been with my boyfriend, 33, for almost 2 years now. We will be getting married eventually, but it's not a priority. My mom won't let us share a bed if we come see them for any reason. When we came over this last summer, my boyfriend suggested renting a hotel so we could have privacy and a comfortable bed. It drove my mom nuts that we bypassed her rules. She wouldn't drop it the entire time we were there. She made me promise not to do that again. My boyfriend's mom and dad are retired to Mexico and they are really chill. So we made plans to come visit them over Christmas. They are not Christian, so they don't really care when they see their son with regards to religious holidays. We didn't tell my parents we weren't coming. My mom asked me at Thanksgiving if I was going to hold to my promise not to stay at a hotel over Christmas. I answered truthfully that I would not stay at a hotel. I am sitting here on the balcony of my future in-laws' condo looking at the Caribbean, waiting for sunrise and enjoying the peace and quiet. I made the mistake of going online yesterday and I saw a bunch of posts from my mom and my sisters about how I was a jerk for lying to them about my plans. I may have been a little tipsy last night because I decided to respond. I said that it was ridiculous of them to try and tell me I couldn't share a room with my boyfriend, that I was keeping my promise by not staying at a hotel when we were there, and that if they planned on putting everything on Facebook I would be avoiding all visits for the foreseeable future. They took down their posts when people started crapping on them for trying to control me. But some people did agree with them. Now they are texting me and calling to say I was an asshole for making them look bad. I asked them if they were trying to make me look good with their posts. They stopped for a while, but there were more texts and voicemail this morning. I'm kind of liking the idea of skipping out on the drama from now on. But I miss my dad and he is blameless in this. Am I the asshole? #EDIT. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around a couple of things that keep being repeated. 1. How is staying at a hotel so we didn't break her rules not the adult choice? 2. How many of you guys fly across the country or drive for hours to just stay one night? Your mom is horribly controlling. That's not in question. But instead of saying, I won't be spending Christmas with you this year, I'm going to the in-laws, and if I come to you again, we will stay in a hotel, you lied in such a way that they thought you'd be attending. Instead of acting in the adult manner in which you want to be treated, you behaved like a kid. Info. Is there a reason you didn't just tell them up front that you would be spending Christmas with your boyfriend's family? They're assholes for trying to control you like that, but I don't really see what you gained by misleading them about your plans. Not the asshole. This falls under, if all I have to do to make you look like an asshole is tell the truth. That means you are acting like an asshole. Am I the asshole for not appreciating a gift from my husband that is actually a gift to himself? It could be funny if it wasn't so sad to me. My husband of 8 years lost his earphones and always borrows mine, so I decided to get them new ones for Christmas. He also mentioned that he would like to have a better speaker to use in our kitchen and living room, so I got him one as well. Just for context, I never listen to music at home because I'm already constantly overstimulated caring for 3 children. You'll never guess what he got me for Christmas. Earphones and a speaker. Believe it or not, the exact same ones, so now we have 2 of each. I guess at least I know I got him exactly what he wanted. He started laughing his ass off, but to me it felt like a slap in the face, especially after the difficult year we've had. I couldn't believe he'd get me something only he would be using, something that wasn't actually for me. So I said a little dryly, so I got you something you wanted and you got you something you wanted. That is funny. He snapped and left the room. Later he explained that we had agreed we'd only give each other a small gift and he thought it was something practical. Am I the asshole for still being a little hurt over this? Not the asshole he bought something for himself. Hope you've taken them back to get something you want. Not the asshole I would be hurt as well. You feel completely unseen and not taken seriously. You sound like the primary caregiver and it's a thankless job. All we need is some acknowledgement from our partners and not some half-ass excuse for paying no attention. Release your guilt for being rightfully pissed. Not the asshole. Does he normally do things like this? He knows he was being selfish and you called it out. This is why he snapped. People who do things like that typically exhibit behaviors where they always prioritize themselves over their partners. The fact he couldn't be bothered to get you something you would like shows a distinct lack of caring. You agreed to get each other something small and couldn't be bothered to give you something meaningful? It's honestly a little cruel. My heart hurts for you.